either, so and I can't really bother to go on DVD now as either, so. Jesus Christ, I need to buy a new one of these.
Jaden can get in here, can't they?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so. I think so. It should be. Hmm. Um. Oh, is sure Jaden is in my channel?
Yeah.
Because I can't find anyone with the name Jaden or Jay even.
I don't know.
Chester.
It might be easy just to switch over then. But that's if Jaden's able to join. Currently, they're playing
Oh
Warzone.
yeah, Jaden
ZZZZ.
is allowed in here, so
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
say
why I
I'm
didn't found him.
pretty sure Jaden's been.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that too. I just had to check it out, you know? You know me.
I do.
Everyone I play with a lot is allowed in here. And if I'm stopped playing with them,
they gone.
yeah, they are not really here anymore, right? So, but I think Gera is still allowed in here. So maybe I should pick that out. I'm trying to fix my plumbing.
All I can hear is the screaming. Too.
That sounds about right, to be fair.
It does. Well, somebody I know is playing with the screaming Steve.
Oh, it wasn't Jaden?
No, it's Jay.
Oh. good of the last person that lived here to clean the pipes. That was nice. Akta! We are just a couple of weirdos over here.
I know.
Incoming ad break.
Income.
Mamma bara rensar avloppet, Alva. Avlappe. Oj då. Mamma måste fixa den, ja. Hej! I'm lucky I'm handy and have tools. Now is the question, do I have the right tools? Alva, vad gör du? Men, vad är det du...
He just said, oh, Godric isn't picking up. Is she streaming? It's like, she's with me. He's like, oh. That's why I had my headphones next to my ear the entire time.
Godric isn't picking up?
Yeah.
Is he trying to call me?
Apparently. Hey, I don't know.
I don't know either, because I can't hear anything.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jinx.
Let's see. Oh! Godric isn't picking up. No shit, my phone is off. Like, no shit.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I had an update. So it updated. That's another thing, dude.
Welcome Ice Assassin 295.
I can't hear anything. No shit. Oh. Why didn't he go the Jag borstar tänderna nu. Ja, min telefon uppdaterades. Så den var av.
I could be. I should probably do the Discord quest and drop for this game. I've done it. I've got a little chapter around my thing, but I also just did the Jurassic Park one as well.
Welcome Navi Fairy.
Social workers just said she's not aware that the bail has been lifted, by the way. My model keeps doing. Haven't played this game in forever. Hi, Navi. Honestly, I've been playing it for a few days. Alright. 6, 7. I'm 70. One prize wheel coin. I need one more. Five paper lantern bugs? Does anybody know where I would get that? How are you doing, Navi? It's been at least a year and a lot of updates, so I got none. Yeah. I'm lucky that I just started playing it now, so I kind of know what is available now. But I've watched a lot of videos from when it first came. Oh, game's bugging. Oh, on we land. Okay, question is, what seeds am I gonna get? Potato seed? I need more cotton, I know I do. So okay, so I can get 3 more. Replant the wheat. Okay. Hi.
You want something?
Yeah, I would have played DBD because
Got
of
some
the
stuff
event,
I need to take care of.
but
Welcome
Oh,
Psych Zero Kitty E.
you're addicted to this game, admit it. I am happy to. Yeah.
What's up?
It's much better to chill out to than being stressed all the time.
Good talk.
Freya is on it. Yes, Freya's been playing it. They're in my party, but I don't know. Wait in a bit. Hello,
Need
Stefan.
anything? Huh?
What's how you feel about survey? Oh man, based on that, I already have the perfect book. There's action, romance, violence, an erotic setting, and the style can't be beat. Not to mention the story full of heart and soul.
Huh?
Where did you... Where did I go wrong? Maybe a grammar pass? Maybe focus more on character connection? Maybe removing the phrase rippling arm. I'm going to...
Oh.
Want to know more about me and Talon connected? Well, That feels a little too dirty for the local library, does it? Oh, you mean emotionally? Oh, okay, I got it. I can see where you're coming from. I'll try another draft and see how it goes. Oh, jeez. Oh, she gave me... Oh, wow, she gave me iron bars and copper for that. Sorry if I space out. I've been daydreaming about my perfect blade. If you could design your ideal weapon, what would it be? A great sword, throwing knives, a bow and arrow. It would be a great sword with those arms. I'd start working out if I were you. I mean, you have to be able to lift a weapon in order to wield it. Thanks. Thanks.
Back to work. Good to see you.
Oh, I don't want to...
Yeah, where'd I put my hammer?
Can I not use it while she's on it? That's a bitch. I just want to repair things. It looks like I don't have any quests anywhere. I should probably just go home and plant this shit then.
Huh?
You can use it at the right camera angle. Yeah. I just can't be bothered to find it right now. It's all good to do, but able to be done. Okay. That's the gold recipe. I've got everything here. Maybe I could just go mining because I do need to level that. What level? I'm at level 5 with farming currently. I need to hit a rock to find out. Or I could just do that at 6. Okay. Ways use copper. With a butterfly. That's better. I forget I can change what tool I'm using while I run. Up on the kit. Dang it. Hi, Cricket. I'd have just walked past him if he didn't, like, make himself known to me. Proudhorn stag beetle. That's a lot of words. How are you doing, Kitty? How is everybody doing? Let me check in with everybody else today. My brain is not quite with me today. I would say it was with me, but to be perfectly honest, it wasn't before. Next question. Amen. I feel the same way. Ah, fuck. Eh. It just disappeared. Oh, come back. Oh, I hit it. I wasn't expecting to hit it, so I didn't move. That air is too fucking thick and heavy. The freaking
Check out
AC
the Pando
is just
Pet Cafe to
hot
play
air
with me.
around. Same with my fan up there. It's on top of my computer, so it's taking the hot air out of it. It's blowing it right at me. Hi, bug. Just ordered new shoes for work. I'm broke as fuck and don't get paid until the 25th. 17th for me.
Oh my lord. That stopped with me fixing the entire pipe system from underneath the
Aquarium.
washer.
Oh,
No,
you're in the washer now.
in the bathroom, you know, the
Oh,
where you wash your hands.
the sink.
Yeah,
Darling, the
that.
sink.
Exactly, that one.
Yesterday she forgot the word dentist. Today it's sink.
Yep. So I just did that whole thing and everything. And now I'm gonna keep on going with the animals work that I was gonna fix from the beginning. Why not, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm not commenting. I'm not allowed to comment because I'm just as fucking bad. But yes, Godric just forgot the word sink.
Yeah, but yeah, I did. I even forgot what that part. You know, I'm trained in this field. I even forgot what that part was called. So when I explained it to our janitor, he just, oh, do you mean this one? I just, yeah, that one. Thank you. It's like, yep. Why
She's a
not?
funny one, this one. Yesterday she was telling me about Alva and the tooth doctor because she couldn't remember dentist.
But you understood.
I did.
But yeah, in real fairness, you are not allowed to comment on this.
I can. I can and I'm gonna.
But hey, the fun part is that I can explain everything around what it is of a word I'm searching for. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
She can get close enough for me to understand.
Close enough. I think I do a pretty good job.
You've been talking to me in English I can understand for 4 years.
I think I do a pretty good job.
If an English person can understand you, your English is fine.
Yeah.
It's when I fuck up that everything's not able to work.
Well, I understand you.
Incoming ad break.
90%. So That works too, right? Yeah.
I couldn't find a bra this morning, so I've got one of my like crop tops and I've like tied it into what a bra would be. I'm just
Oh, I do fair. To be fair, that is you.
there is.
He called me when I started my phone again, by the way.
That sounds about right.
The fucking man of a person, he has my real phone number and he calls on fucking Messenger.
I have
It's
your
like,
phone
yeah.
number too.
Yeah, but you called me over WhatsApp.
I try, my phone just beeps at me.
Or you text me to, like, can you call me?
Yeah. What should I do, kitty? First I'm gonna cook because I've got no food.
Hi, kitty.
I got everything to make ramen. What should I do? I don't know what to
Byta mamma.
Oh fuck.
Hello.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
How's Black Ops? Oh, Warzone, actually.
I'm dead.
It's one of those. Let's just not talk about it.
Well, I died the first time when I obviously went to the gulag, survived that, and then died again. So they brought me back and then I just instantly died.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I remember Blade used to do that with me. But it was funny. Oh, I haven't spoken about him in a while. You guys won't understand what I just said, but Jaden will.
I still go live sometimes.
Yeah, he does go live sometimes. We're playing some Banishes in a bit. Oh, I bet that'll be nice. It's a pretty cool game. I was
Oh, we
watching
all
you
died.
play it. You're close to fighting the first big
Oh,
boss.
shit.
Ooh.
I accidentally left the
Yay. Lucky coin. Let's go gambling. Like, first major fight. It's a 3-headed ghost wolf piece of shit. Oh. Yeah. That sounds horrible. I have to find a ship. I wonder what level I have to be with people to be able to do it. You rage the fuck out of that game first time playing it and fighting. Oh.
Please state your name.
That unexpected unusual alien I suddenly detected. Take a closer look at it. Give you the foot. I see. The flow pattern was familiar. I was not certain of the owner until I got closer look. The appendage belongs to an old Galder friend of mine. Now, Ina has both of his feet. You recovered one of the other boulders too missing. How'd he lose them? I'll find another one. Oh, poor guy. Guess he didn't put his best foot forward. I don't understand what that means. Is that what humans consider humor? Both Gelder... elders are created out of natural materials such as wood, stone, and clay. What binds us together are the runes on our bodies. When our runes take damage, it is not common for us to lose connectivity to our limbs. It may result in them being unusable or simply falling apart. In the case of any of my old friends, all of his appendages fell off at some point after leaving the family we both served. Which family do you share the same oneness? Is he dead? I do not wish to disclose their identity. After disaster struck, I was afraid he had expired. However, that is not the case. Though faint, his energy persisted. As I slept in solitude through the endless sun cycles, his presence never faded away. It was one of the few constants in our ever-changing world. You were never really alone, your presence comforted. That's deep, your friendship. Comfort is what our connection provided me. I did not consider the possibility my existence gave him comfort during those times, and the thought is pleasing. My Gina often compares the relationship of bonded elders to that of twin siblings, constant across time, space, and realms. A link incapable of being broken. Togetherness in separation. Everyone deserves a connection like that. I wish I had a friend's foot. What? What kind of response is that? I agree. That is why it is utmost important for me to ensure my Gina maintains healthy social connections. I will not keep you any longer. Thank you for finding my friend's missing foot. Unless you are opposed, I would like to keep close to me so that I can strongly feel his presence. When I'm not busy attending my Gina needs, perhaps I will reflect on memories from times past. Okay, keep the foot. I wonder if there's a book on juggling in this library. I have always wanted to learn to juggle, as I hear it brings much entertainment. I reminded Gina to pack more clothing for her journey to Kilima, but she only brought one pair of leg coverings. Perhaps if we had cotton, it could make her some backup leg coverings. Oh, so they want cotton.
Please come again. Do you require assistance?
Hello, human. I require your assistance. According to my rune workings, social interactions are important in maintaining a healthy emotional balance. As Gina's caretaker, it falls upon me to arrange these opportunities for her. Would you be interested in a brief play date with Gina? Sure.
Oh.
Wonderful. Make sure you ask about the weather and the book she has read.
Conversation has ceased.
Learn anything new?
Hello, Gina. Oh, hello. How's the weather? I mean, it's been rather nice out. Not warm, not too cold, just right for exploring. Read any books lately? Actually, yes. I've been reading reports of the human re-emergence from scholars throughout the world. It's quite fascinating. You know, it means a lot to me that you take time to check on me. Made my day just a little brighter. Thank you. My days are spent studying the ruins, and my nights are spent pondering and reading about the ruins. I don't really know much about the non-ruin related books. One time I played cards with Ina and Hecla. Their definition of playing cards is a bit different from ours, though. A single game can take anywhere from 4 days to 6 months. Holy shit.
It's me, I need to do some reading.
I don't think this person's okay. What is this? Can't decide what to read. Let's see. Recommend for you. When placed in your home, a random book will be selected.
When will you tell me about your underground lair?
Heads or tails? Do not think, just answer. Head. I agree. My head is the favorite part of my body too. I could not do research without it.
Don't be
God's
afraid to
sake.
pull the thread and see what on the books here have stood the test
Be quiet.
of
This
time.
is a library, not a dance party. Not disturb Kenya though. But her daily lessons. She's so easily distracted. There's nothing better than the smell of new books. Unfortunately, the libraries rarely smell like books. They smell like dust, grime, and people. If you could bring me a few Lake Lotuses, freshen up the place, I would be eternally grateful.
Stay out of the forbidden section.
I'm hungry.
Are you here for my Gina?
Greetings, human. I spoke to Gina. Thank you. I am confident the conversation will help Gina improve her well-being. It is important that her social needs are fulfilled by the most compatible individual. It pleases me that you have proven you are such. Please do check in on Gina when you have the chance. She and I would really appreciate it greatly.
I must return to my
God, that was a
Gina.
lot of talking. I'm not surprised Jaden left.
Yep.
I got 3 palladium bucks. Or palladium. Gambling! What we came here for? What did I get? Open. Oh, 5 cotton seeds. Okay, crafting license is a lot.
You humans and your culture of
Let's at least talk to her.
familiarity. Ooh.
I can't be bothered to.
Ugh. Try not to be so bold next time.
Kitty, I've forgotten how to get to the underground.
How's the day treating you? Ah.
Yay, quest complete.
I need a wee bit of rest at the moment, dear.
He's on me, bitch. Pipe under the memorial garden. You see, I'm stupid. So I don't know where that is. Along the beach / coast, I will go to the beach and find. It's near Eno's place, isn't it? Yeah, near the water. Yeah. Nice 6. Oh, music. At the wall. Aha! We did it, kitty! I'm not stupid! I think. Pump's gonna have to go out soon. You need to do quest for Ziki so you have access to the shop entrance. I do. I have access to the shop entrance. I'm just stupid and forgot. Oh my god. I can literally go in the shop basement and get down here. Ah, I'm just stupid. For God's sake. I love you, girl, but really? Look, all the shit that I have to remember every day, I just happen to not remember. You're lucky I can't fucking reach you. Whoopsie. I've already got one lucky coin, so I just need one more to be able to spin the wheel. Not lucky coin, prize wheel token. Ow. I just scratched the fuck out of my own face. Awesome. The stupid isn't only in game. I already have 3 mushrooms. Guard. Got 3. So, working on getting these to be the same, isn't it? Never seen this card game? Oh, it's basically in the underground sewers where you can play a little potluck game.
Incoming ad break.
So, the kitty, the best thing I should do now is try and get these to be the same, right? I'm not really sure how long the game goes for. Or if it's just a certain time. Ad break, it's been... Yay, got another prize wheel token. Damn, 165. Let's see. I got an ingredient prize bag. Alright, I'll deal with that.
How are you doing today? There's a lot of pasta in my pot right now. Somebody just put in the chat, why a people? I think they're trying to say why are people. Hello, T. Are you worried? Why are people ghosts? Oh, I don't fucking know. Don't have much in the way of patience. So I just take my turn, get it done. And then my turn. Woo!
195 this time. Over here. Albino eel. There. Yeah.
You can never go wrong with soup. Oh. All right, break's over. Good to see you again. Ah.
I don't know what to play. What are you feeling?
I got my hands full right now.
Who's gonna try carry on with Banishers? But you also know you gotta play DVD at some point. Yeah, I'm only not on DVD because, you know, don't really fancy already being pissed off. Then did. Woo! Oh, I just went outside. I didn't know that was an exit. Fuck's sake. Oh. Jump and climb and scramble your way through the tower's obstacles. Fastest time will be saved so you can compare it with friends and of course earn a cheat. Take your time, jumping and sprinting are dangerous. Woo! Oh, fuck. Black refresh. Thank you, Navi. Appreciate it, darling. To place controller before doing this mini game again. I have no intentions of doing it again. I tested it to see what it was. That's it. Yeah. Hate that stupid fish. Woo! Level 8. Oh, one of those you have to be a little further back. I know you're all on the night shift. I
Welcome
forgot
to
you were
Godric
live.
underscore.
Oh, thanks. I think. Do some tech reading. Fair enough. It's for you and having a headache now. Oh, gee. I know what you're on about.
Salutations.
Well, I can't afford either of them, so thanks. Yay, I'm now an old acquaintance.
Go and seek your... Oh, I did not see you there.
I like this. Hopefully, said the update OBS and it hopefully doesn't break it, or hate updates. Every time Streamlabs updates, I want to murder it.
Farewell.
Right. Return to the house. I'm gonna set you guys up on YouTube, so we're just gonna
Incoming
sit
ad
and
break.
talk to each other because apparently I have. Thanks. Getting big. Oh, where's my bookshelf?
ZZZZ.
Kitty, what? How do I put this book on a bookshelf and get it to turn into a book? When placed in your home, a random book will be selected. Okay. Am I not able to read it? I don't know. There you go, there's a book on the shelf. I guess I can't read it. This is my wallpaper, by the way. I don't understand why my TikToks, like my chat was coming up in my Streamlabs.
Days of Stardew Valley, but as a fisherman. Hello everybody, this is GamerGar. Welcome back to another Stardew Valley challenge. We're going to play through one whole year, primarily fishing. We have a couple of more goals as well though. We want to get all the star drops. We want to complete all monster eradication goals. Make 10 million gold in total. And get all the warp obelisks. Let's see if we can make it happen. Like and subscribe for more Stardew Valley challenges. It is day number 1 on the Riverlands farm, and we start by whacking away some weeds and clearing some space on this farm. The reason why we selected the Riverlands farm was because we start with a fish smoker. Normally a fish smoker costs 10,000 gold to purchase, along with many of the jellies that can take a while to actually get. We just hold up a chewing stick from the ground. We can give that into Gunther for 250 gold. We're going to spend the rest of the day running around picking up as many forageables as possible.
I'll be right back.
Even though this primarily is a fishing challenge, we will strive for mastery so we can delve into the advanced perks of fishing. Now once we're finished getting all of these lovely forageables, we're just going to cut down trees for the rest of the day before we get into day number 2. There was a lot of forageables today, which is great. It just means a lot more foraging XP for me. Foraging is still quite a tough skill to max out, so we will absolutely try our best to max it out as quickly as possible. We just got our fishing rod off Willy, so we're going to spend a great duration of time today pulling up as much fish as possible. Now we just ate one of the fish jellies we got there. That gives us a +1 skill to fishing. It just makes the fishing bar a little bit bigger. We're going to sell some fish to Willy. We're going to go back out, fish some more, sell some more fish. Then we picked up the fiberglass rod. We're going to head up to the lake area here, and we are going to spend the rest of the day up here now, putting up as much fish as possible. Now we did get quite lucky today. We got bubbles in a few different places, and that allowed us to capture a lot more fish than normal, giving us a fishing level of 4 at the end of day number 2. So we're off to a great start. The beauty of the Riverlands farm is that you can fish on it. You can get some pretty good fish on the Riverlands farm. We're going to spend the entirety of the day on the farm putting up catfish. Now we don't have the bait maker just yet, so we can't steamroll catfish for the whole day, but we still get a fair bit. We got Fisher, fish for 25% more, and fishing level 6. We can now make the bait maker. We're going to go back up to the lake area today, and that's right, it's going to be some more fishing. This is the fisherman challenge after all. We do get more bubbles today. We will absolutely take those. Now we got very lucky today, and we also picked up a Neptune's glaive, which is an extraordinarily rare weapon. That's going to come in very handy when we delve into the mines in the next couple of days. Now there's a couple of challenges I need to go through while we're on day number 4 here. We want to capture every fish in the game, and we want to complete as much of the game as possible. So if we can complete the museum, get all the monster eradication golds, and get all the star drops, I will be very happy with that. Level 7 fishing at the end of today. We are absolutely steamrolling fishing at the moment. We also made over 20,000 gold because I didn't sell any fish until I got fishing level 5, just to get that extra 25% profit. The next day starts with the collection of parsnips, followed by an absolute ton of fishing. So what's happening here is we're primarily fishing to max out the skill. If we max out the skill, we're going to get a lot more money from fishing, and I'm trying to push the desert very early. It would be nice to get to the desert event in spring and get all those lovely calico eggs. To do that, we need lots of money. We're going to go the Georgia route, so we need 5,000 gold for the Georgia membership, and we need over 40,000 gold then to unlock the bus to get us to the desert. Now because we have the fish smoker, that's going to help greatly. We don't have a whole lot of coal right now, so we have to be very careful with what fish we smoke. Primarily, we'll be smoking up catfish and largemouth bass. Demetrius also paid us a visit there a few seconds ago. We chose the mushroom cave. The mushrooms are handy for a couple of things. The main thing is that they give XP every 2 days when you go harvest the mushrooms, and you also get a free dehydrator as well, which will come in very handy for combining lots of different fruits together. We picked up a book of power here called Jewels of the Sea. This comes in so handy later on. There's a chance when you pull up a fish, you'll get its raw inside a fishing treasure chest. We made lots more money today. We also picked up a diamond as well. We're going to sell that for some cash. 7,800 gold. And there you have it, folks. We just hit level 10 fishing. Thanks to this broken CD, of course. And that's the first skill maxed out in this challenge. Of course, we're going to take angler, fish worth 50% more. That is also going to empower smoking ability. We're going to talk to Willy. We're going to get the iridium rod and the trap bobber.
Did you
We're gonna
know
get
you
the
can
Doge
pet
member for
me?
5,000 gold.
Check out the pet
Then
cafe.
we're going to go ahead and we're going to take on the legend. Now, we are not going to smoke this and sell it. We're going to get Robin to make us a fish pond, and we're going to benefit from Legend Row every couple of days. In the long run, it's a much better tactic than sell it straight away. Now, if we were really stuck for cash for the Desert Festival, I would consider selling it because you can get Legend 2s later on. But we had almost 40,000 gold. We were okay for money for now. So it was to make progression in the mines. That was the #1 priority. See, the biggest problem here now is that the desert is on in actually a handful of days. We need to get some decent gear if we're going to make a decent attempt at the Skull Cavern over the 3 days that we can get in there without the Skull Key. So we're going to go to Morris today, going to pay the 40,000 gold to unlock the bus. Once we're finished with this, we're going to go straight back into the mines, and the priority again is progression. We want to get down, get some good boots, get some good defense, get some good weapons. Now we have the Neptune's Glaive. It's a good weapon. Because we're not going to be getting the Skull Key before the Skull Caverns, the enemies aren't going to get a buff. But it would still be nice to go in there with the Obsidian Edge, because it's a little bit better than that with the Neptune's Glaive. We also want to get a mining skill of at least 6, which will allow us to make bombs. And that is your bread and butter when it comes to the Skull Caverns. If you can make bombs, go in there with a couple of healables, you'll be alright. The next day, we're going to cut down a couple of trees here. We need 300 wood to repair the bridge. The reason why we want to repair the bridge is so we can get across and get the lovely resources. We need coal. We also need iron bars and a sea urchin to make a bait maker. Once we make the bait maker, the money is going to start flowing, because we can, for example, create largemouth bass bait, and we can fish up largemouth bass for the whole day. If we get a rainy day, we can go to absolute town on catfish. Going into the mushroom cave every 2 days is really paying off. All these common mushrooms will be used to enhance our progression in the mines. Because we had some leftover cash, we get the first backpack upgrade. We will try to get the final upgrade before we go into the Skull Cavern. That's going to happen in a couple of days. If we want Robin to make us a fish pond, we need 5 green algae and we need 5 seaweed, along with 200 pieces of stone. And fortunately enough, we have that. That's going to be the first of many, many fish ponds. You're going to see a huge fish pond farm over the next couple of months in this game. We're doing more fishing today because I want to get more money. I picked up a combat quarterly. 250 combat XP was very nice to get that. The next day, again, we are doing more fishing. Reason being, I just needed more money for the whole pilot things. I needed money for the backpack upgrade. I also needed money to get more Georgia development projects. It would be nice to get the minecarts so we can fast travel around the place. We also need money to upgrade our tools, so I just got the copper pickaxe back off Clint there. That's the reason why we didn't go back into the mines. We didn't have our pickaxe. I'm going to give him the pickaxe again to upgrade it to a steel pickaxe. We really need that for the Skull Caverns. We don't want to be going in with the regular or the copper pickaxe. As a rule of thumb, if we see bubbles, we are absolutely going to fish them. Look what we got today. We got one of the rarest things you can pull up from a treasure chest. Another treasure chest, but this one sells for 5,000 gold. And we got a diamond to boot. We'll keep the diamond for triple shot expressos. Because Clint was still working on our pickaxe, all we could do was what we do best, and that was fish. Fish, fish, fish some more, fish until we flop. We got level 3 foraging today, that was nice. Making a cook-up kit early can be quite advantageous. There's a lot of nice stuff you can make with that. At this moment in time, I figured that I probably wasn't going to have mining level 6 by the time I got to the Skull Cavern, unless I got extremely lucky. Speaking of lucky, I just put up a dinosaur egg today. But because this is a fisherman challenge, we're not going to incubate that. That's going to be handed straight into Gunther. But normally, if you're new to Stardew Valley, if you get a dinosaur egg, absolutely incubate it to make more dinosaurs, and then give the next egg into Gunther. The smoked fish were doing really well. If we had artisan, we would get even more for those. But for now, we'll stick with our 50% increased value for all these lovely fish. 600 gold for the smoked iridium quality largemouth bass. That's really good for early game. We finally have our fish pond. We're going to put our legend straight into that, and hopefully in the next day or two we will start to get some legend roe. The legend roe sells for a lot of gold. It's absolutely amazing, especially early game. We will use that dehydrator to full effect We're also going to pay Gunther a visit. We will occasionally visit Gunther and hand in all of the minerals and artifacts that we find when we're doing Skull Caverns or if we're fishing stuff up. We get our steel pickaxe back off Clint. Now we're going to hand in a new tool today, but not the pickaxe, we're going to hand in the regular axe. We're also going to get the final backpack upgrade. It's always nice to go into the Skull Caverns with max inventory slots. Now, we have one day to get as much mining XP as possible before we start doing Skull Cavern runs, so we're going to make most of it today. We have our steel pickaxe, we have a decent weapon. We're probably not going to get down to get the obsidian edge, so we will have to use our Neptune's glaive to fight the enemies within the Skull Caverns, but look, it's still a fairly decent weapon. I can make cherry bombs, so I'm going to make as many of those as possible using my copper ores and my coal. I can't make regular bombs just yet. As we can see, my mining skill is just level 3. I need 3 more levels to get it to level 6. Welcome to the new 1.6 Desert Festival. I suppose it's not that new anymore because the 1.6 has been on for a while. We're going to get the extremely sharp cheddar along with the uncomfortable hot sauce. This is going to give us an attack boost and a speed boost. I decided to take attack over luck so I could fight the monsters much more comfortably that dwell within the Skull Caverns. We're going to have mummies, serpents, purple slimes, iridium bats, and hopefully with these buffs we will be able to wipe them out in a couple of strikes with the Neptune's glaive. Now because we didn't pick up the Skull Caverns, the enemies have not been enhanced.
Welcome
we should be able to
JHugh20.
take them on toe to toe. There's also quests we can do here to get more calico eggs. We've got treasure hunt and monster hunt. We're going to go with treasure hunt, collect 15 pieces of iridium ore. Now, one of the best things about doing this event early is the fact that you get 50 mining XP every time you break open a calico node. And unlike the iridium nodes, you'll find calico nodes all over the place. You don't have to get down deep to come across calico nodes. So we are going to use this to our advantage, and every time we see calico nodes,
Yes, Jade, and my model's fine. Got back here, so she's freaking out.
Is that we want to get a high egg rating. Every time you get down 5 floors, you get 1 egg rating. If you click on one of those shrines, you might get a buff or a debuff, but you also get an egg rating. If you get a really high rating, you get a really good prize off Gil. Now, we didn't hand in the quest today for Gil. Instead, we prioritized getting skill ups with mining. Now, we finally got the level 6 mining there. We needed that badly. We're going to use that level 6 mining to full effect. We're going to make huge amounts of bombs.
Not on
now
COD
today.
anymore.
I have some
I am on
there too,
watching
health
YouTube.
and energy. The shrines can also give you what's called a full refresh. It fills up your health at the top again. So, I mean, look.
Incoming ad break.
They can bless you, or they can curse you real bad. Diamonds give 150 mining XP. We will absolutely get those if we see them. To be honest, if we come across any sort of a node, we will try to harvest it because every single node has a use at this part of the game. We need iridium ores to make iridium bars to fix up the boat to get to Ginger Island. We need iridium bars to upgrade tools. We need gold to make mega bombs. We need iron to make regular bombs. We need copper to make cherry bombs. So everything has a use at the moment. Now, we end up doing fairly well today. We also grab a couple of prismatic shards as well, but you actually can't trade in a prismatic shard for the galaxy weapon while the event is on, because the pylons are blocked by a tent. Now, we got a fairly high egg rating today, not the highest, but high enough for Gil to give us 200 calico eggs, and we also got Gil's hat as well. That was really nice of Gil to do that for us. Level 5 combat, we will for now take fighter. All attacks deal 10% more damage. That will make the Neptune's glaive a little bit stronger. We also got level 7 mining, which was nice. We're now doing the final day of the Calico event. Now, we ended up getting terrible luck today. We were getting a lot of debuffs from the shrines. We get debuffs, for example, that spawn more monsters. They'll spawn in elite skeletons. They'll spawn in more serpents. Enemies will hit harder. It was just a bad
Gonna have
day.
a shower.
But
You
there is a silver
that,
lining.
Jaden.
Because we were
Careful.
fighting a lot more monsters, we were getting a lot more combat XP, and we need all these XPs if we want to get into the Mastery Cave as quickly as possible. Now, look at all the serpents here that are attacking me, and this is nothing compared to the waves of enemies that end up attacking me as we get deeper into the Skull Caverns, as we start activating more of those Calico statues. We picked up a new Book of Power. This one is called the Monster Compendium. Monsters have a small chance to drop double the loot when they are defeated. Now, it's a very small chance, I think it's maybe 5%, but you'd be very surprised how often it activates, especially if you're fighting swarms of monsters. The elite skeletons have finally graced us with their presence. They've got a lot of HP and they hit quite hard, so we cannot underestimate them, especially those mage skeletons. There was also haunted skulls fighting us as well. Now, in all fairness, the haunted skulls can actually drop some fair nice things. They can drop ruby rings, they can drop magic rock candies, they can drop some nice stuff indeed. They can even drop lucky rings as well. We spoke to Gil before the day was out. Now look, the egg rating we got wasn't as good as the one we got yesterday because we just got bad luck with the statues. But we still got some calico eggs and triple shot espressos. I purchased 6 woodcutters weeklies with the calico eggs. I also did the quiz here as well, and I got all the questions correct. And I got more calico eggs, so we're going to purchase 1 more woodcutters weekly. Each of these woodcutter skill books gives us 250 foraging XP. We're going to activate these now the next day. We're going to get an absolute ton of foraging levels from these. And that is actually a very good tactic to try and max out foraging in spring. It's going into the Skull Caverns when that event is on. Try to accumulate as much calico eggs as possible and purchase tons of woodcutter weeklies. It saves an absolute ton of time. We're going to go to Clint, upgrade our axe to a steel axe, and we're also going to get Clint to break open all of these geodes as well. Now, we are holding on to that prismatic shard, so don't panic. We're not going to give that to Gunther. That's going to go straight out to the desert, where it will be upgraded to a galaxy sword. We also picked up a sea urchin today, and we also have iron bars. We can now make the bait maker. And this is going to dramatically increase the money we make from fishing, because we can now use the bait maker to give us a very, very good RNG chance to get the desired fish that we want. So primarily, it's going to be largemouth bass fishing during the day, you know, during regular weather, and then when it's raining, it's going to be some serious catfishing. Now, I put the bait maker in a stupid place. So Bastion will come along later when he has his cigarette and he will destroy that because it gets in the way of his path. Now, we ended up getting huge amounts of largemouth bass today, and we're going to smoke all of these, provided we have the code, of course. Level 4 foraging gives the mushroom log. It's a good way to get foraging XP. The only downside is you need moss to make it, so we can't spam those in spring, unfortunately. We do get level 5 foraging. We will take gatherer, because if we pull up double foraging, that's double XP. We made lots of money from fishing, and now it's more progress in the mines. We got down to floor 80, picked up the fireworker boots. We're going to get down to floor 120 now and get the skull key. Once we get the skull key, we can do as many Skull Cavern runs as we wish. We already have the Galaxy Sword, so we can grab the key straight away. It doesn't matter if the monsters get increased stats, we have a real nice weapon. On floor 98, we got a mushroom floor. This was a huge, huge perk. All of these purple mushrooms are going to come in so handy for healables later on. It just means I don't have to spend money on salads. I got to floor 100, we picked up our first star drop of the challenge. Many more star drops to go. The next day, I did a help wanted quest. I just have to fish up some smallmouth bass. It didn't take long to do it at all. I do want to get some star drop teas because it would be nice to get married in this game. If we want to get all the star drops, we will have to marry someone and we will have to increase our friendship to the point where they give us a star drop. Because we had steel axe and a steel pickaxe, we were able to go up here and get the alleyway buffet. It just makes the trash cans a bit more lucrative. Money is still very important because we need it for the Georgia development projects. We're going to go back to Morris, and now we are going to get the minecarts. Fast travel means less time going from A to B, more time gathering resources, accumulating XP. We got another mushroom floor today on floor 104. It's just really lucky with the mushroom floors. We get the space boots on 110, and Morris and his team are fixing up the minecarts before we get into the next day. Many monsters that we destroy are quite valuable when it comes to making specific equipment later on. All of the bats that we kill drop bat wings. We need bat wings to make the lightning rods later for battery packs, because sooner or later we're going to get to the stage where we have to fix the boat to Ginger Island. We need to get to Ginger Island, start farming over there if we want to get into the Mastery Cave. So we will start upgrading our watering can soon enough as well. But we need battery packs, we need 200 hardwood, and we need 5 iridium bars. The iridium is sorted, battery packs, and especially the hardwood are going to be the bottlenecks for now. After getting the skull key, we're going to go back to the lake here, and we are going to do what a fisherman does, and that is fish. And we end up getting huge amounts of largemouth bass today, and we're going to smoke it up. Now, I am aiming to make more than 10 million gold in this challenge. It should be possible, but a lot of it is going to come down to how often we end up getting very specific quest lines later on, especially the quest line for pulling up legendary fish. Now, we ended up making huge amounts of money today, especially from the smoked largemouth bass. We're going to get some gold bars today. We need those for upgrades. We also got a cake off the mother as well. That cake is going to come in very handy. We're going to spend some time doing some foraging today. We're very close to foraging level 6. If we can push foraging up to level 7
I'm hungry.
sooner rather than later, we get our hands on tree fertilizer. With that, we can grow huge forests of trees, and that make it foraging to 10 a lot easier. We had the money, it was time for another Georgia development project. We're going to take the bridge this time. This will give us access to a lot more resources, including a new cave that we get to explore. Now, inside the cave, there isn't a whole lot of stuff for us during this challenge.
It's delicious, the
but
Godric
the focus
underscore.
have a chance to drop some good stuff. Once Morris and his team fix up the bridge, we're going to claim that level 6 foraging, and then we're going to visit the quarry the next day. We're going to use some bombs here, detonate some nodes. We also get mining XP from this as well. These haunted skulls are worth farming every single day. You can just do this dungeon once per day, similar to the volcano dungeon. But doing it once per day is good because you can fight the floaty skulls, you can get some good rings. There's also a chance they can drop magic rock candies. Now look, it's super rare, but you never know. I believe you can get cursed mannequins off them as well, which makes for a pretty spooky decoration inside your house. Getting access to the secret woods is a game changer. We can farm up those stumps every day. We're also going to visit the desert to get some triple shot espressos and spicy eels. It's time to gear up for the next Skull Cavern run. We managed to get foraging level 7 today, which was great. We can now make 3 fertilizers. So we're doing very well with skill ups right now. For the rest of today, we're doing lots of fishing. More fishing, more largemouth basses. We're going to smoke them all up, of course. And we're going to sell them all for even more money. We got our first piece of legend road there too. That sold for over 2,500 gold. Wait until we make some preserve jars and we start aging that stuff. We're going to see some serious money then. Clint is going to upgrade some watering cans. Getting 20 coal off an Omni Geode is just so nice. Another day, another visit into Georgia once we're finished with Gunther here. And this is the power of the Riverlands farm, everyone. Because we have the fish smoker, we're doubling the value of fish. And because we have the bait maker, we can basically put up the same fish for the whole day. That's why this Riverland farm is so powerful in the early game. Now in the mid to late game, especially in the late game, it pales in comparison to other farms. But for early game challenges, the Riverlands farm is an absolute no-brainer. We're doing more fishing today because we need more money for more Georgia development projects. We're trying really hard to get to Ginger Island before summer kicks into play. This is going to unlock Panny for us, which is great. One more upgrade to go, that's the greenhouse. Now we fished up huge amounts of trash. We're going to make some recycling machines and make the most of that trash. If we get, for example, soggy newspaper, there's a chance that can be turned into cloth. That can be sold for some decent money. The next day is a rainy day, and I'm telling you right now, we're going to make the most of it. It is going to be catfish day. We have the bait maker, we have the fish smoker. We are going to spend the whole day pulling up as many catfish as possible. We are going to make some serious money today. When it comes to fishing in spring, catfish is the ultimate fish when it comes to money. Bar the legend, of course, but when you just get one legend, you can get hundreds, if not thousands, of catfish, depending on how many rainy days you get. Now, because we had max level fishing, we had the trap bobber, these catfish were quite easy to get. So we didn't really have to struggle against these catfish, because we had a lot of fishing perks that were helping us along the way. And just look at the sheer amount of catfish we get today. Huge quantities of catfish. And because we have the smoker beside us, we can just bop them into the smoker one after the next. It only takes something like 40 or 50 minutes for the smoker to complete a catfish cycle. We also built the greenhouse today as well, and the raccoon ran out of there. That will activate the raccoon side quests later on for us as well. So we made about 27,000 gold today, primarily from catfish, and if you think that's good money, you have seen absolutely nothing yet. Wait until we get to the volcano, and we start using the lava eels up there. Oh, wait until we get the legendary fishing quest from Key Secret Wallet Room, and we start pulling up tons of legend 2s. That is all going to happen in this challenge. You are going to see the best money-making fishing tactics that you've ever seen in your history of playing Stardew Valley. You're going to see it all in this video. All of the fishing techniques, all of the fishing tips, all here, packed into 1 hour and a half of lovely Stardew Valley fishing content. So it's back to the Skull Caverns today. And what we're really aiming for today is trying to max out combat and mining, along with getting as many resources as possible. Skull Cavern hits all those areas quite well, especially skills up on mining. We get a lot of prismatic shards today as well, and we will eventually donate one to Gunther, but we also want to trade some in too for magic rock candies. Level 10 mining, we actually went with Prospector there to get double the coal. I also got a soda machine here from Morris from completing all of the basic development projects. The soda machine is actually pretty nice because it gives you a Joja Cola every day. Clint will continue to upgrade our watering can all the way to Iridium. Reason being, we can't make quality sprinklers, we haven't really invested in farming just yet, and we're going to be growing tons of crops over at Ginger Island later. The Iridium watering can lessens us to blow a bit. We pulled up another legendary fish today, the Crimson Fish. For the rest of the day, we are going to fish down by the beach. You can get some amazing fish here by the beach, and a lot of fish sell for huge amounts of money, especially the fish you get at night, the Super Cucumber. Now this thing is one of the MVPs of summer. The next day, Gunther finally paid us a visit because we've been donating so many minerals and artifacts to him. We got the key to the sewers. We also got 10,000 gold off Mr. Key for getting past 430 in the Skull Caverns. Now the reason why we didn't get that during the Desert Festival is because it's not considered doing a regular Skull Cavern run. So that's why we only got the 10,000 gold now, and we didn't get it halfway through spring. We also fished up the mutant cart today, so we now have a lot of legendary fish that we can put in the fish ponds. Because I had some spare cash, I'm going to buy the recipe for the fish smoker off Willie. We will end up making a couple of more fish smokers later on. We pulled up the octopus as well. Now that is the big ferocious baddie when it comes to fishing in summer, the octopus. It's a very, very difficult catch. We now need to fix up the boat at Ginger Island. We need 5 battery packs, 5 iridium bars and 200 pieces of hardwood. The best place in my opinion to get cave jellies is to go down here to floor 100 in the regular mines. You'll get loads of cave jellies down here, no problem at all. It's by far the best place to get them. So we're going to put Crimson Fish into the second fishing pond that Robin has built. We will get Robin to make a lot more for us. We're now going to focus on getting lots of sturgeons today. Smoking these things up can give huge amounts of money. They're not as good as the lava eel, but they're way more common, making the sturgeon a really good fish to get in summer. So we're getting some iridium bars now today. Some will be used to fix up the boat. Others will be used for tool upgrades, like the watering can here. We just got back the gold watering can from Clint. We're going to hand that straight back in now and upgrade it to an iridium watering can. Because it's Thursday, we're going to visit the desert trader. We are going to swap in 3 prismatic shards for a magic rock candy. The magic rock candy is one, if not the most powerful buff food you can get in the game. We just fish up the walleye there too in the secret woods. We're back down at the beach, pulling up more fish. Lots of super cucumbers there as well. Every single day we're going to be going to the secret woods to get these stumps to get hardwood. If we get mahogany seeds, we're going to plant them down on the farm as well. Use some tree fertilizer to speed up the process of getting the Ginger Island. We got the Dorado today. It's quite the rare fish. Always nice to get that in the earlier part of summer rather than the later part of summer. For the rest of the day we're just up by the lake area again, getting more fishies. Just picked up the river jelly there as well. We're also running short on coal. Quarry is a great place to go to get some coal if you need some badly. For the rest of the day we're cutting down huge amounts of trees to try to power up that foraging skill. We're going to go to Clint the next day. We are going to get our iridium watering can. That's the watering can done and dusted, but we're not finished there. We're now going to chain upgrade our pickaxe all the way to iridium. Because we're going to be doing volcano dungeons very soon, it would be nice to go in there with an iridium pickaxe. So we're back in the Skull Caverns today. What we're looking for are battery packs, believe it or not. We need 5 battery packs. You can actually get them in the Skull Caverns. If you fight iridium bats, there's a fair good chance they'll drop a battery pack. But if we want to find iridium bats, we got to make it past floor 50. We got the green rain today, and we're going to absolutely make full use of this rain. We are going to spend the whole day getting as much foraging XP as possible. Now all those mahogany trees will give us the hardwood we need to finally repair the hull.
ZZZZ.
We are going to get huge amounts of fibre today. We're also going to cut down some fiddlehead fern trees. I get some fiddlehead ferns. We're also going to visit Clint. We're going to get our gold pickaxe now today, and we're going to give that straight back in for an iridium pickaxe. Now 25,000 gold and 5 iridium bars. We had the cash, so why not? We also had the resources finally to fix up the boat here for Willie. We can now go to Ginger Island tomorrow if we so wish. and there's lots of great stuff we can get over on Ginger Island. But first, let's go into the regular mines here. Let's start wiping out some monsters. I found that if you go to the regular mines, fighting the Void Spirits is a good way to get combat XP. Now, fighting the big huge purple slime balls inside Skull Caverns is a good way too, but sometimes I like to mix it up. We also had the Dwarvish translation guide, so I spoke to the dwarf there and got the Dwarvish safety manual, which just means we take a little bit less damage when bombs detonate around us. We're gonna go visit the boat the next day. 1,000 gold to get a trip over to Ginger Island. I can tell you right now, it's definitely worth it. It is now time to start collecting golden walnuts. Now, I know where all golden walnuts are because I've done this so many times. If you're new to the channel and you like 100 day videos, well, you've just stumbled across a treasure
Incoming
trove.
at break.
I actually lost count when it comes to how many 100 videos I've done, but check out the playlists. And if you're still watching, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, would you consider subscribing to the channel? I release content all the time and I would love to be a full-time YouTuber. But I can only do this full-time if my subscriber count grows. And you have the power to make that happen. So if you haven't subbed, maybe just consider it. It's free of charge and it ensures that you don't miss out on any of the future Stardew Valley challenges that I do. So the goal today is quite simple. Accumulate enough golden walnuts to get the house fixed up so we can sleep over here on Ginger Island. And we can start our adventure anew tomorrow over here instead of paying Willy 1,000 gold again to get the ship over. Now there's lots of nice resources over on Ginger Island, lots of mahogany trees. There's golden walnuts all over the place. I mean, there's more than enough to accumulate enough golden walnuts to get the house fixed up. Now I got very lucky today with those muscle nodes. I got 4 of the 5 golden walnuts from detonating those nodes. That has never happened to me before. Normally it takes me the bones of a couple of seasons to get all of the golden walnuts from those muscle nodes. For the rest of the night we did more fishing, picked up the 9 fish. I also got all 5 of the golden walnuts from fishing today as well. The next day we're going to visit Clint. We finally get our iridium pickaxe. We're now going to hand in the axe and upgrade that all the way to iridium as well. Thank you very much, Clint. We're now going to visit the volcano dungeon. There's some great things we can get in here. We can get the hot jabbering, we can get the dragon scale boots, we can get the phoenix ring, we can get dragon tooth weapons. There's just so much cool stuff. Now in the elite chest today we got a dragon tooth cutlass. It's a real nice weapon and it is something we will enchant. We're going to make it way better. Now I didn't have time to get those golden walnuts and the prismatic shard today because it was almost 2 o'clock. So instead I rent to activate the shortcut so I could run up to the forge the next day and get some enchants done without having to go through the 10 volcano levels all over again. We got another skill up in combat. We can now make the iridium band. If we don't get a good ring in the volcano after a few attempts, I may just craft that ring because it gives an attack boost, magnetism, and it's a good light source. We freed Professor Snail. This activates his archaeology side quest, and this is a must to do if we want to get access to Key's secret walnut room much earlier than later. There's a reason why we want to get into the walnut room as quickly as possible. It's to obtain magic bait. Using magic bait, we can capture all of the legendary fish. That means there's a chance the extended family quest will activate every Monday when new key quests become available. So the sooner we get into the walnut room, the sooner we can get magic bait, the sooner we can pull up all of the legendary fish. So what's left is basically the glacier fish and the angler fish. Once we get those, we can then cross our fingers and hope for the extended family quest, and that's where the huge amounts of money will come from. So there's a process for everything here. There's a road that we need to follow, but a lot of it will come down to RNG as well. We also want to get into the Mastery Cave to get fishing mastery to make the most of fishing in this challenge. So we're going to start by getting lots of melons. We're going to plant them, water them. We got 1 piece of wheat as well for the frog. He'll give us 5 golden walnuts for inspecting a melon and 5 for inspecting a piece of wheat. We're also going to run around the island here to get as many artifacts as we can for Professor Snail. Once we had accumulated 20 more golden walnuts, we were going to fix up the beach. This gives us access to a new area where more golden walnuts await. What's more, we got pretty lucky today and the pirates were in town. We got to play the dart game. It's quite simple. Use the darts to get 301 points. You can play the game up to 3 times. Each attempt that you do, you have less and less darts. It gets a bit harder, but it's still an easy enough game and it's a fun game. So we get 3 golden walnuts from that and 1 more from the bottom of the cove. The next day starts with the watering of crops. Now it doesn't take long. We do have an iridium watering can. We're also going to fix up the mailbox here too, because you never know, you might get something good in the mail every couple of days. We're going to go back now to Pelican down here, run around, pick up all these forageables. I'm going to pick up my bait maker and my fish smoker. They will be brought back to Ginger Island. We're also going to get Robin to make some more fish ponds here too. And we're going to make some more fish smokers to boot. We now have 3 fish smokers and they will be put to great use up in the volcano. I managed to get the final golden walnut here from the mussel node. I was very happy with that. I had to cheat a bit for this. I had to record all the combinations, watch back the recording, and then press all of the pylons after failing about 50 times. I just hate that side quest so much, but look, I needed the golden walnuts, so it had to be done. I went up to the summit here, picked up the prismatic shard. I also placed down 3 fish smokers and the bait maker, because we're going to be doing some lava eel fishing up here. Lava eels are way more common up here than they are on floor 100 in the regular mines. So we're doing some more fishing back down in Ginger Island. We just got the blue discus there. Straight after, we picked up another artifact for Professor Snail, the fossilized spine. We also got the snake skull, so we're getting there with all of these lovely archaeology pieces. We're doing the volcano dungeon yet again. Now, we actually farmed this place quite a lot in order to get some good skin ups and get some good rings and gear. We're going to enchant the rod. We get preserving. Couldn't have asked for a better enchant. We get powerful on the gold axe, and we get swift on the pickaxe. Now, preserving will give you a 50% chance to not damage the durability of a tackle, but also to not use up your bait. This is going to come in very handy, especially when it comes to putting up lava eels, or later on, start putting up legend 2s. Now, we're going to do some lava eel fishing today. We're going to put the first few into the bait maker, then we're going to smoke the rest. It's good to use lava eel bait up here. If you don't, more times than not, you're going to get trash. Lava eels are still common, but the lava eel bait makes them way more common. I don't know what the wiki says, but I can tell you right now from experience, using lava eel bait will give you significantly more lava eels when you're fishing up in the summit. That is an absolute fact. So Clint's doing more tool upgrades all the way to an Iridium Axe. We get the fossilized tail, and because we got some journal scraps, we managed to get another golden walnut just up by Birdie's house. We also fixed up the Ginger Island trader as well, and that will come in handy later for deluxe retaining soil. We're now making our way up through Ginger Island, and there's some pretty cool levels here added with the 1.6, which is nice. Now, if we see lava lurkers, we will try to kill them. There's a good chance they will drop a dragon's tooth, and that can be used to upgrade our dragon tooth weapons. You can get some really good enchants on those weapons using dragon's teeth. We got another snake skull today, but we also got a new book of power called Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Thick. It gives a permanent +1 to defense. Our good friend Clint is going to break open some golden coconuts. The first one will always yield a golden walnut. For the rest of them, we're hoping for one of the last few artifacts we need for Professor Snail, but it wasn't meant to be today. We're back in the volcano, farming the place again. Primarily we want cinder shards so we can do more enchants with our gear. There's still rings we can combine, enchants we can put on weapons, and there's a couple of more tools that we want to enchant as well. And the sooner we enchant these weapons and tools, the sooner we can make faster progression. So we got very lucky today. Clint managed to get that lovely artifact out of the golden coconut for us. We're going to go to Marcelo as well. We're going to get the first Way of the Wind Part 1. Also going to pick up a couple of skill books here as well to give us more XP. It was nice to get 250 towards foraging and farming. We're now going to complete Professor Snail's archaeology side quest. The snake vertebrae are gone so easy to get now. All you have to do is just mine the debris on your farm and you get it no hassle at all. Because we didn't have our hole, we had to blow open those little hidden artifact spots to get the other golden walnuts we found using the journal scraps. We're getting pretty close now to accessing Key's secret walnut room. We just went on a few more events, primarily the frog evaluation event. That would probably sort it out for us. Coming across the mushroom floors, it's so lucky to get these. And these magma caps are one of the best forageables you can get in the game when it comes to health and energy. Now at the moment we're on level 9 foraging. The best way now to get us up to level 10 is just cut down an unmerciful amount of trees and stumps. There was also lots of forageables to collect around Pelican Town and Cindersap Forest.
Nice to meet you.
Today,
I'm Jinx.
So we're now doing the Trout Derby, and every time you pull up a rainbow trout, there's a chance you get a golden tag. And you can trade in a golden tag for a prize. And there's huge amounts of prizes you can get from this. You can get some real nice stuff, including triple shot espressos. You can also get really cool decorations for your farm as well. The tent kit is very nice, especially when it comes to min-max runs, or if you want to start Skull Caverns bang on 6 o'clock, you can just pull up a tent just outside the Skull Caverns. We're also going to visit Clint today. We're going to get back a copper hoe, and just like all of the previous tools, this hoe will be upgraded all the way to Iridium. As the day continues, we're just still watering up the crops here. We managed to pull up a few tar roots today and get our farm skill up to level 3, which was fairly nice indeed. We're now going to visit the Island Trader, and we're going to trade in 50 cinder shards for deluxe retaining soil. It's quite easy to make. All you need is some stone, fibre and clay, and there's plenty of clay and stone, especially clay, over here on Ginger Island, and we got lots of fibre from the green rain, so we can make tons of deluxe retaining soil. We're then going to go back into the volcano when we're finished, and we're going to fight some enemies. We're going to get some resources. Level 3 farming, very nice indeed. Back to the volcano the next day, we picked up a protection ring. What I really wanted was the hot javelin. If I can get my hands on that, we're sorted for the rest of the game. Unlimited speed buffs. We're now going to do some more lava eel fishing. I feel like it's been a while since I fished, but we still need to focus on mastery as well. Now my money was getting a bit low, so we're going to do lots more fishing today. Build up our money just to keep on top with the upgrades, especially the Iridium upgrades for tools, because they're 25 grand a pop. After I got the South Gem Bird, which is the Amethyst, I guessed the last 2 spots for the minerals, and I guessed right. I got 5 more golden walnuts for that. I now had enough to fix up the warp obelisk to get me back to the farm. We're also given a free warp totem to the island, and that's going to come in very handy later on if we don't want to take the boat. Back on the farm, we had some legendary fishing ponds. The farm was starting to look like a fisherman farm, but we're still not finished. Robin will make more fish ponds. Clint will give us back the steel hoe, and of course, that will be given straight back into Clint for the gold hoe, and then it'll be given back in again for the Iridium hoe, just like all the other tools. So we're going to knock foraging on its head in the next few days. It all starts with fertilizing up the quarry. We're going to make a huge tree farm here. We're then going to go down into the regular versions of the mines, and we're going to farm up some monsters to try to get our combat skill up to level 10. We got a ruby ring along with a cursed mannequin. The ruby ring now is going to come in very handy. That's an attack power increase by 10%. Getting level 10 combat gives us a further 15% in damage. All in all, a 25% increase is pretty good in attack power. The melons and wheat are now all grown up, so we're going to go in here and talk to the frog. He's happy with the melon, that's 5 golden walnuts, and he's happy with the wheat, that's 5 more golden walnuts from the frog. If we had garlic, he'd give us 5 more, but you can't get that in year 1, unless you get lucky in the Skull Caverns and you pull it out of a chest. But I mean, the odds of that are quite slim, but it happens. It happens to me sometimes. After collecting all the melons, our farmer skill went to level 7. If we want to max it out, we will have to do another round of melons. But not to worry, we have deluxe retaining soil, so we can just plant away. There's no crows on Ginger Island, so we can just plant and leave it. Now, we didn't get the extended family quest, of course, because we don't have all the legendary fishes captured. So for now, we'll take Danger of the Deep. That's going to give us the most key gems. Before we go down and do the hardened versions of the mines, we're going to do one more volcano run, and we're going to try to get some more powers from this. So if I can get the dragon scale boots, I'll be oh so happy. We're also going to get the ginger ale recipe. Now it's 10,000 gold, it's so worth it. All you need is some ginger and some sugar. You can make ginger ale, it gives you a luck buff. It can also cure the nasty debuffs the putrid ghosts will give you in the hardened versions of the mines. We're going to make some staircases. We're also going to go to the desert trader. We're going to get some triple shot espressos, and we're going to get some spicy eels. Because we have slayed over 1,000 monsters, we're going to go into the back room of the Adventurers Guild and pick up a new book of power, the Mapping Cave System. It just gives a 50% discount on Marden's item recovery services. We're also going to make an Iridium Band. Just for the extra buffs, it does give a further increase to attack power. We're going to need all the attack power we can muster to fight the enemies in the hardened versions of the mines. Now this is an endgame dungeon. You're meant to come down here with endgame combat gear. The gear we had on us is alright. We can get much better stuff, but you know what? I suppose experience will fill the gap and a little bit of luck. We got a lot of radioactive ore that day as well. Before the day finishes, we're going to talk to the Statue of Uncertainty and respec combat. That's right, we're going to respec combat and go the critical strike route. We might as well go into the mutant bug lair and pick up this dark talisman. Level 5 farming, we're going to take tiller, crops for 10% more. We need to take tiller anyway so we can grab artisan later on. Because we got level 6 farming, we can make quality sprinklers. We might leave them alone for now, but we'll see as time progresses. Level 10 combat respect, desperado, critical strikes are deadlier. We're going to make some preserve jars today, and we're going to put these to some good work. We can now start getting aged raw. Bring on the money. Robin will make another fish pond for us, as per usual. We're then going to go to Clint, and of course we're going to hand him back in the gold hole. He will upgrade that to an iridium hole. If you take a look at our money as well, it's doing really nice. The legend raw sells for a lot of money. I also sold the melons too, otherwise just going to be sitting there in the chest. Even though this primarily is a fishing challenge, I did sell the melons because I just didn't want them sitting there. But to be fair, 90% of the things I do sell in this challenge are fish and fish related items. Now we're going to go to Sandy and we're going to get the deluxe speed grow. It's very cheap compared to how Pierre sells it for. It's only 80 gold and it pops up on a Thursday. We're going to merge some rings, the ruby ring with the iridium band. That frees up a slot for me to equip my aquamarine ring and increases my critical strike rate. We're now going back into the hardened versions of the mines and we're making good progress. We're in the middle section now. To my experience, this is the hardest section because of the putrid ghosts. It's also a great place to get hardwood too because many of the floors you have those big tree logs. You can chop them open for tons of hardwood. The radioactive ore is very important, reason being it's needed to make magic bait. Now you can always buy magic bait directly with the key gems, but you can also get the magic bait recipe and you can make your own. All you need is some bug meat and radioactive ore, and there you have it. Got magic bait. It's really easy to make. Although you might get bottlenecked with the radioactive ore, once you complete the hardened versions of the mines once, you can toggle on and off the hard mode. So if you want to come back down and farm radioactive ore, you can anytime you wish. You just have to wait one in-game day for the mode to toggle from easy to hard. When I got down to the bottom layers here, there was lots of enemies. Those crossbow wielding shadow brutes, absolutely lethal. If they hit you with the crossbows, you can get a big blurry screen. It can make it really hard to maneuver. Now, if you're wondering where I'm getting the health from, it's because I have the Vampirum is enchant on my Dragon Tooth Cutlass. I was hoping for Crusader, but I just didn't have enough prismatic shards or cinder shards to re-enchant to try to get Crusader, so I had to settle for Vampirism instead. But you know what? The Vampire enchant is pretty good, and it bypasses the debuff you get from the Putrid Ghosts. We made it down to 120, picked up the key gems. We're now going to spend a great deal of time today cutting down some trees to try to get this forest get up to level 10. Into the secret woods we go, and we're going to cut down all of the stumps in here as per usual. The next day we finally get our iridium hole back off Clint, but we're not finished with Clint. We will come back later with the pan and upgrade that all the way to iridium as well. So we're going to purchase the magic bait recipe along with regular magic bait. We can now pull up any fish in the game, and we're going to use this to full effect. We're going to start on the last day of summer by getting the glacier fish. That, in my opinion, is the hardest legendary fish to get in the game. Much harder than that of the legend. The anglerfish is an absolute joke. We also put that up on the last day of summer as well. We're going to put these fish into fish ponds. We now have all of the legendary fish caught, and we have all of the legendary fish ponds filled up. All future fish ponds will be saved for the potential Legend 2 fish. We also get level 10 foraging as well, so it's onwards and upwards with these lovely skills.
ZZZZ.
Foraged items will be of iridium quality. So we didn't get the extended family quest like I was hoping for, so we're going to do a Skull Cavern invasion. Similar to the regular mines, it's just a hardened version of Skull Caverns. I actually managed to complete the monster eradication goal for magma sprites and magma sparkers. It just goes to show how much I've been going into this volcano dungeon to try and get better gear, but RNG just wasn't on my side. I wasn't getting the hot Java ring, I wasn't getting the dragon scale boots. The game just wouldn't cough them up. Now, in all fairness, I did get a dragon tooth weapon, so I can't complain fully. But it would still be really nice to get one of those two items. Two would be much better, of course. Welcome to the hardened versions of the Skull Caverns, and because it's the hardened versions, we can now get radioactive ores from inside this place. The serpents sometimes can be really long. The longer the serpent, the more HP it has, but just look at the build I'm using. If I crit anything, it will disintegrate before me. That's how strong this combat build actually is.
Incoming ad
I've
break.
got 3 aquamarines on that dragon tooth cutlass, so it's a real high crit chance. We also got a galaxy sword today. That's very rare. If you get 3 of those, you can upgrade a galaxy weapon and turn it into an infinity weapon. Once we get down to 400, we got some key gems. Robin's making more fish ponds, and now we're in fall, so it's time for some community projects. we'll take on Robin's project, try to get some hardwood. If we get enough hearts with Robin, she'll teach us the drum block and the flute block. It just makes getting 5 more golden walnuts accessible to us. Back to the Statue of Uncertainty, we're respecting foraging. The reason why we're doing this is to make getting hardwood much easier. So we're going to start with Forester. Trees drop 25% more wood. Then we're getting Lumberjack. All trees have a chance to drop hardwood. That's going to trivialize Robin's quest. We made lots of money today from selling Aged Row. Aged Legend Row currently goes for 5,000 gold. That will jump to 7,000 once we get the Artisan perk. So we just have to wait a few more days now, do a bit of farming, and we get the level 10 farming with all the perks included. So we end up doing tons of fishing today. The tiger trout is a new fish. The salmon is also new as well. We then went down to the beach to get all of the fish down here for Master Angler. We started with the albacore, followed by the pufferfish, of course. We then went down to the pier. We pulled up the red snapper. After that, we managed to get the eel that we missed in the spring. The sea cucumber is a worthy addition. We then sidestepped and we got the submarine fish. We got the blobfish, followed by the regular squid, then the midnight squid, and the spookfish. We then went back to the farm the next day. We're going to make some preserve bins, head up to the lake. We got some midnight carp there. Down into the mines, pulled up the elusive but very difficult ice pip, followed by the stonefish, and then the ghost fish. So we have almost all of the fish caught now, bar a few. But we should get there next day or two. We still need the crab pot fishies. So we're going to make some crab pots, put them down on the river and the beach area. And we're going to get some more fishies, the walleye and the perch. And we're just unlocked a huge amount of fish today as well from the fishing collection, from getting all these lovely crab pots. What's more, we can sell all these fish to make some extra money. Now we're not going to make huge amounts of money, but look, we'll make something. I got the link cod too, then it was off to the desert to get the scorpion carp and the sandfish. Then it was off to the mutant bug lair, and it was time to get the slime jack. You could only get this in the mutant bug lair. Then we had to go into the witch's forest here, and we had to pull up the void salmon. It just goes to show how much fish that you actually have in the game, and where you have to go to get all these fish. I mean, it's quite the task. So we got some battery packs today. We're going to fix up the stump here, turn it into a home. I had the hardwood to do it, so why not? I also had some spare hardwood left over. We're going to give it into Robin to complete her quest as well. And while we're here, we might as well get Robin to make us another fish pond. Just so you know, we're going to keep going with the fish ponds until we can't fit any more on the farm. That's what we're doing with the fish ponds. We just got the stingray on Ginger Island, and we got the goby down by Cindersap Forest. After collecting the rest of the crab pot fishies today, we finally got the Master Angler achievement. That is going to activate a star drop for us from Willy the next day, which is really nice. It's also really nice to complete all the fishing collection at the start of fall, or I should say the first week of fall. Now we're going to make some deluxe whirling bins because we had the moss to do so, and it would be nice to get some deluxe bait every single day. We got a star drop off Willy. It's actually really sad getting that one because Willy says that he has no kids to pass it down to. So hopefully one day Willy will find love. We're picking up Key's Prismatic Range quest today. We still haven't gotten the extended family. There's actually a chance we mightn't get it at all. If we don't get it, this won't be much of a fisherman's challenge. Let's just cross our fingers. For the Grange, I had most of the items already on me. It was easy to buy the Judge Codes for blue, the Iridium ores for purple, Fibre green, Cherry Bombs red, Copper ores orange, and Sap yellow. It was time for some Legend 2 preparation. On the rare occasion we get the extended family quest, we're going to get Pierre's missing stock list, and we're going to get some key seasoning. And this is going to give us access to potatoes that we can put up in the greenhouse. We're going to use potatoes to make key season Dish of the Seas, which will give us +4 to fishing. We also picked up the Island Ingredients quest off Caroline. Upon completion of that quest, we will get the recipe for solar panels. We'll never need battery packs again. It was off to Robin, and that's right, it's another fish pond. Then it's into Pierre, and we're going to buy lots of potatoes. Now I don't have to put these into the greenhouse. I could put these potatoes over on Ginger Island. The reason why I put them in the greenhouse is because I just couldn't figure out what else to put there. I also need oil as well to make hash browns, because to make a dish of the sea, you need a hash brown and a couple of sardines. So we're going to plant all of the potatoes here now. Within a few days they'll grow up. We have some quality sprinklers inside there as well. And for the next few days we're going to run around Ginger Island, try to find as much ginger as possible, because if we want to complete Caroline's quest, we need to hoe up and sell 100 pieces of ginger. By detonating all of the resources here at the dig site, there's a very good chance Ginger will respawn in some of the nodes the next day, so it just makes speeding up that quest a little bit easier. We're now going to get level 10 farming today. All of our skills are now level 10. Any future XP we get from doing anything will result in Mastery XP. And once we get Mastery level 1, we're going to go straight for the Fishing Mastery to get the Advanced Iridium Rod. You can put 2 tackles on that rod. It just means getting those Legend 2s becomes way easier, because you have access to so many different types of tackles that can just lessen the sting of pulling one of those things up every single time you have to fight it. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to be doing lots of battles with Legend 2s. We will get that quest eventually. So we're selecting Artisan now today. We got lots of XP from doing a Skull Cavern run as well, which was nice. We're not there yet to level 1 Mastery, but we will hit it very soon. Another day, another visit to Robin, and that will be another fish pond that she's going to put on our lovely farm. We're now going to go to Clint. We're going to use his services again. This time it's going to be to upgrade our pan all the way to an Iridium pan. Panning in Stardew Valley is now very lucrative. You can get some real nice stuff from panning, including lucky rings. For the rest of the day, we are going to pull up a huge amount of lava eels. And I just want to show you how powerful lava eel fishing actually is. It might not be as powerful as the extended family quest, but besides that quest, it is probably the most powerful fishing method in the game when it comes to making money. And you can easily make anywhere between 100,000 and 300,000 gold in one day for just pulling up lava eels and smoking them up. So we're going to get Way of the Wind Part 2 today, along with other books of power, just to make our lives a little bit easier when it comes to running through the farms in Stardew Valley. Moving faster means we can avoid more enemy attacks, and we can get around faster. And I suppose when it comes to Stardew Valley, your biggest enemy in this game is time. So the faster our character, the more we can get done in any given day. We're now at a stage where energy just isn't a problem. If our energy gets low, we can just knock back a fish, knock back a forageable. We can grind any profession into the ground now on a daily basis. We finally got level 1 mastery. We're taking the fishing. Challenge bait, golden fishing chest, advanced iridium rod. You can get some amazing things in golden fishing treasure chests. You can get star drop teas, you can get pearls, golden pumpkins. We're also going to visit the raccoon, and he's hungry. He wants a fish. He wants 5 oysters, and he wants a smoked bream. We will oblige, of course. Doing quests for the raccoon can open up some real good stuff at the raccoon shop. If you max out the raccoon shop, you can get things like magic rock candies, provided, of course, you have items to trade in further. But it's just another way to get magic rock candies. It's another visit to Robin, another fishing pond she'll put on the farm. Back to Clint, we're upgrading the pan again. We're now going to get the gold pan. We're then going to go back up to the summit here. We're going to enchant our advanced iridium rod. We got the preserver enchant. I was very happy with that. And then we're roaming around Ginger Island again, trying to get more ginger. We're now pulling up more crab pot items in the hopes to get oysters. We need 5 in total. Now we have a few back on the farm. We just have to find a few more oysters on the beach, and we can complete that quest. We just fished up the bream there too, so we'll also smoke it up for the raccoon. A lot of these mahogany trees have fully grown. We're going to cut them all down, reap the rewards with hardwood. We're getting lots of legend raw now on a daily basis, and we also have lots of preserve bins that we can put this raw into to age it. We're going to make more deluxe worm bins to get our hands on more deluxe bait, because if you put deluxe bait inside the crab pots, you actually have a higher chance to get back a fish instead of trash. So it's a nice secret effect there of the deluxe bait. We're now going to go back to the beach, and we are going to have a quick look at these crab pots. Now we got lucky today. We managed to get the final oyster that we needed to sort out our lovely raccoon friend. 5 oysters and a smoked bream. Now the first reward is always going to be either broccoli seeds, carrot seeds, or powder melon seeds, or broccoli seeds, depending on what season you're in and how close the next season is upon you. We're halfway there to completing Caroline's special orders quest to get the solar panel recipe, so it's back now to Ginger Island. What I love about the ginger as well is that every time you hold one up, you actually get foraging XP, so it's actually a nice way early on to get some foraging XP as well. For the rest of the day, we're doing some fishing. What we're aiming for here are 9 iridium quality chubs, because this would guarantee us to get first place at the Stardew Valley Fair. Once we have the 9 quality chubs, we're going to head on home and get ready for the fair that's going to take place in a day or two. We're now going to go to Robin again. It's another fish pond. The trend continues. We're going to go back to Clint, hand in the gold pan, that will be upgraded to an iridium pan. Once we get back the iridium pan, we can then enchant it with generous, and then you're going to see some serious panning. We're going to take the prismatic jelly quest. This will give us access to Monster Musk. It's now time to take a look at the key quests. Unfortunately, we still didn't get extended family. What terrible luck. I didn't even bother picking up a quest because I just done the hard versions of the mines and Skull Caverns. I didn't really need any more key gems right now, so I just went up to the summit and took out all of my disappointment on these poor lava eels. I got over 24 lava eels today, 105,000 gold in the bag. It was now time for the Stardew Valley Fair. I put in 9 iridium quality chubs, got a rating of 91. That was first place. I gambled the star tokens till I got 2,000, and then I just purchased another star drop. And that's the only reason I went to that event, was to get the star drop. Our potatoes had now fully grown. We're going to harvest all of these lovely potatoes. We're going to go back to Clint, pick up the iridium pan. We're then going to go down into the regular versions of the mines, and we are going to search high and low for the prismatic slime. We're also completing monster eradication goals as we proceed. We just completed the monster eradication goal there for rock crabs, and we're also going to complete the monster eradication goal for doggies today as well. So we're actually making really good progress when it comes to monster eradication goals, and all of these slimes will count towards the big slime count. Now, we just wiped that prismatic slime off the face of Stardew Valley because of our critical strike build. And let me tell you something, that prismatic slime is lethal. It hits like a truck, it's got a ton of HP. The next day starts with the Monster Musk recipe. We will absolutely use that to its full effect. Another visit to Robin. That's going to get us on a fish pond. Back to Ginger Island. We're hoeing up more ginger on the farm. We're now going to use our iridium pan for the rest of the day. Now, it hasn't been enchanted yet with generous. Just want to try it out. If I can get a lucky ring, I would be very happy. But alas, today wasn't the day. Now, in all fairness, we did have a bad luck day. But you know what? I got lots of coal, lots of iron, lots of gold. I got lots of things that I could really use, especially coal. Because when you're smoking up as much fish as me, you go through coal a lot. This was giving me mastery XP as well.
Welcome to Cosmic Unicorn.
Something, we were getting XP for the action, and because we have an iridium pan, there's a pretty good chance once you're finished with the panning spot, another one will pop up straight after. So once we were done hoeing up ginger today, it was back up to the summit to get even more lava eels. I had 381,000 gold. I was actually aiming for 500,000 gold so we could unlock the theatre back in Pelican Town. It would be really nice to get that unlocked before we head into the final season. So we made 158,000 gold today. We got lots of smoked lava eels. It was a good day of fishing. The next day, we're going to go to Morris. We have the money. We are going to build a movie theatre. It will replace the old community centre, and it's a magnificent upgrade for the town. We're going to go to Rob and get the big chest recipe because I was really struggling with inventory space. I also spent a lot of gold here on stone because I needed stone to make more fish ponds. Once I was finished with Robin, it was time to head back home and do some cooking. We were going to start by cooking up some hash browns. Now, I had to be very careful. I didn't have the key season on me because then we would have got key seasoned hash browns. And the key season doesn't transfer over to other recipes. We would have ended up with regular dish of the seas. Once the hash browns were made, I then put the key seasoned into my inventory, and I made key seasoned dish of the seas by combining the hash browns with sardines. That's a +4 to fishing. My banana tree also fully grew, so I'm going to get this banana. I'm just going to go to the area here outside Leo's house, give it to the big monkey here, and the monkey is going to reward me with some golden walnuts. Now back up on 19 golden walnuts. And of course, our quest for finding 100 pieces of ginger continues. So we're doing more panning today. I was really hoping for a lucky ring today, but alas, it was another unlucky day, so we're not getting lucky rings. I did, however, get the next best thing, and that was lots and lots of coal. To make the most out of panning, we need to come here on a super lucky day, and you need to have as many luck buffs as possible. If you took a magic rock candy, a key season of ginger ale, you also had 2 lucky rings, you had the statue of blessings, luck buff. I mean, you'd be getting lucky rings like there's no tomorrow. You'd probably end up with 5 or 10 of them. Morris is now going to get his team to upgrade the Georgia warehouse into a movie theatre. What great innovation from Georgia. They're so much better than Pierre. We're now going to visit the raccoon, and the raccoon has found himself a wife, but he now wants an impossible item. He wants dried pomegranates. I don't even have a pomegranate sapling. I decided to go see a movie. What I really wanted to do was play the crane game. But you can't play the crane game the first time you enter the theatre. So I'm going to enter it now, and hopefully the next time I enter it next week, I'll be able to play the crane game and get lots of cool decorations. I had finally hauled up 100 pieces of ginger. I just have to ship off the rest now, and that is Caroline's quest complete. I also fished up some secret items as well today. I got the foliage print right there. Once I got the foliage print, I headed over to another place where you can pick up what's called a squirrel figurine, and it's not a really nice decoration. The reason why I'm getting these decorations is to increase my karma so I get the extended family quest tomorrow. If I don't get extended family tomorrow, I'm just going to start crying. I also got the Psychics 101 up into Summit as well, which was great. And then we went to the area just outside Willie's boat, and we picked up the lifesaver. It's not a real cool decoration you can put inside your house. I now had the lifesaver, the Psychics 101, the squirrel figurine, and the foliage print. It was time to look at the key quests, and there we go. The extended family is activated. You know what? It did activate quite late, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to show you how to abuse fishing now. Just sit back, have a nice cup of tea, and watch as we dominate Stardew Valley with the powers of fishing. Now, to catch a Legend 2 is still quite difficult. What we're using here is a trap bobber and a cork bobber. We also have a +4 fishing buff, a key season dish of the sea. And it was a battle to get that Legend 2, but look at how much it sells for. I mean, it's in a league of its own, over 11,000 gold. Now, if we had the quality lore, I'd be getting Iridium quality Legend 2s, but alas, all we can do for now is settle for gold qualities. Now, I'm just going to show you very quickly what I caught over the next 3 days. It goes by in a flash.
Incoming ad
In real
break.
life, it took me so long, and it took me a few day resets to get the Legend 2s that I wanted. Because sometimes I did this, I got like literally 5 or 6. Other times I got maybe 10 or 11. So I had to do a few resets. I had to battle them each time. It was such a pain. But it was worth it. Because eventually I was happy with each daily result. And I ended up with tons of Legend 2s. And I know when people normally play Stardew Valley, you don't reset days like me. But when you're making a video like this, you want it to be entertaining. So I wanted to catch tons of Legend 2s. But also for myself, because I put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of preparation. I wanted it to pay off. So we're now going to get Farming Mastery. We can make the Statue of Blessings. It gives great perks. More importantly, we can now collect golden animal crackers. It's time to upgrade these fish ponds. Now I used up a lot of tackles over the past couple of weeks of fishing. So I need to make more cock bobbers, more trap bobbers. I also wanted to make some treasure hunters as well. Because we're going to be respecking fishing now very soon. We're going to be making some magnet bait. We're going to be making treasure hunters, we're going to be making dress spinners and other bits and bobs. And the reason why I'm making all these is to dramatically increase the odds of fishing treasure chests so we can get more golden animal crackers. I made 1.6 million gold today. That was 3 days worth of Legend 2 fishies along with some 8 roe. And that is the power of fishing in Stardew Valley 1.6. That is why fishing is surely the best profession in the game. When it comes to burst money, when it comes to making huge amounts of money very quickly, cannot deny how powerful fishing can actually be. Sure, you can say, oh, you can plant starfruit, you're guaranteed to get starfruit wine, but you're fighting time then. You have to wait for the starfruit to grow. You're going to be waiting half the season. You have to wait for it to mature in a keg. You're going to be waiting bones of a week there. You get one extended family quest and boom, millions of gold. So we're going to go to Pierre, we're going to buy one of each sapling, and the reason why we're doing this is to ensure that any future raccoon quests we get, we will have fruit ready to go. I also picked up a star jockey as well from doing the help wanted quests. So we're going to talk to good old Krobus here. We're going to purchase the void egg. We're also going to make a mayonnaise machine, and we're going to turn the void egg into a void mayonnaise. The reason why we're doing this so we can get the magic ink, so we can make some lovely warp obelisks. That's right, I've got 1.6 million gold. That is not going to waste. It is time to invest in an ability that's going to save us a ton of time. We had the Iridium bars, we had all of the resources needed to make all of the warp obelisks. Tons of Iridium bars. Because it's primarily a fishing challenge, you see, I'm not selling any of the mining materials. They're just all accumulating in the chest. I've got hundreds upon hundreds of iridium ore. If I wanted to turn ores into bars, I couldn't in a heartbeat. So we're going to make a warp out of this Ginger Island. We can now warp to the island and warp back. We don't need to rely on Willie's boat anymore. Because I couldn't get into the sewers through Pelican Down, I had to get into Cindersap Forest to get the Statue of Uncertainty, because today was the Halloween event. So we're respecing professions yet again, but the respec is going to be so worth it. We're going to pick up the Rare Crow and the Jack-o'-lantern tonight, and we're going to get through the maze and pick up that lovely golden pumpkin. We're then going to take the minecart back home, and we're going to go with Fisher again, but this time for level 10 fish we're going Pirate. Chance to find treasures doubled. Now obviously if we catch more Legend 2s, you know, if we get the quest again, we're not going to be selling them. We're just going to keep them until we respec fishing again. But for now, I want to dramatically increase the rate at which I'm getting golden animal crackers, because this is going to primarily double the output of each legendary fishing pond. And if we can get tons of legendary fishing ponds filled up with Legend 2s with golden animal crackers, you're going to see some serious money. Now I was actually running low on seaweed. I did pick up a lot of it during the hardened versions of the mines and the starter floors. So I came down to the beach here and I spent the whole day putting up tons of fish and tons of seaweed. I also got a crack at the golden animal cracker, no pun intended. Yeah, there's a joke. But the rest of the night, it's just more fishing. I ended up with one golden animal cracker that will be used to great effect. We'll throw that into the legendary fish pond. The legend.
Did you know you can
All
pet
of these
me?
fish as well aren't
Check
gonna be
out the
smoked,
pet
'cause I'm
cafe.
saving my coal for the Legend 2 fish. I'm saving it for the lava eels if we don't get extended family. So we'll see how we get on. The next day started with the collection of many Legend 2 raw. All of it will be aged, of course. We're then going to warp up to Ginger Island, go into Key's secret walnut room, cross our fingers, say a prayer. Are we going to get the quest? Oh yes, we did. We're after getting it twice in a row. Can you smell the money? I can, because we're going to be smoking a lot of fish. So we're going to start by just showing one attempt here of my battle with the Legend 2. As you can see, it's not too bad. We do have a trap bobber, along with a curiosity lure. I find that using a curiosity lure increases the rates in which I pull up Legend 2s. Also, the bait maker is a godsend, and because we have the preserve and enchant, more times than not, a Legend 2 bait isn't used, so we can just spam those fishes up every single day. We got tons of golden animal crackers the previous day. Many a fish pond was upgraded. Over the next few days now, we're just doing more fishing. We got tons of Legend 2s today. We're now into the third day of winter. Just look at all these Legend 2s we're pulling up. Now, just so you know, this took many a day reset. Many a day reset. But I did it because I just want to show people how powerful fishing can be. And sure, we had to reset days, but I mean, look, I'm using it for my own time, not yours. I just want to show you how overpowered fishing actually is. Now, we haven't perfected our fishing strategy. There's still things we can get to make our lives easier. If we got the community quest from Willie, we would have got a quality lure. And this would have upgraded the Legend 2s from Gold Star quality to Iridium Star quality. Also, if we can get some recipes later on, we can make a Key seasoned seafoam pudding. That would give us a +5 to fishing instead of +4 that we get for the dish of the sea. That would make our fishing bar bigger. So there's still things we can do to get better at putting up Legend 2s. So we're going to hand over Clint 120 Omni Geodes. Poor Clint. He's going to break them all open. Now we do get a lot of minerals that we never got before. We're going to donate them all to Gunther. We're missing the Hematite. Hopefully we'll get that sooner rather than later. Because if we get that, all future Omni Geodes can be turned into artifact troves. We're also going to find Krobus up here hiding behind the bush. He's going to give us the magnifying glass. That's very important to get a lot of power ups later on. Back down to the Statue of Uncertainty. We've been very uncertain in this challenge. We're respecing our skills again. We're going to respect fishing so we can sell all of our lovely raw again. We're also going to get the Combat Mastery. This will give us access to those lovely trinkets that we can use in-game. Trinkets are a lot of fun. For the rest of the evening, we are converting all of our raw into aged raw. We've quite a lot of Legend 2 raw because we have so many Legend 2 fishing ponds with golden animal crackers. Now I got a little bit impatient today and I decided to sell to Pierre directly. Look at all this lovely edge raw we get to sell. But look at the 76 Gold Star Legend 2s there. We're going to sell those now. And look how much we're going to get for these now. Over 2 million gold. It's just sick money altogether, isn't it? We almost have 3 million gold now. We actually have so much gold, we're going to go down to the Wizard's Tower and we're going to get the rest of the Warp Obelisks. Because we can. We're going to get the Desert Obelisk, we're going to get the Beach Obelisk, the Mountain Obelisk. That will be all 4 Warp Obelisks on the farm. All we're missing now is the Return Scepter. If we had that, we could get almost anywhere in the game within a matter of seconds. We're going to go to the volcano to floor 5, talk to the dwarf, get the Diamond Hunter Book of Power. This is an amazing book. It gives us a chance, a small chance, but a chance to get a diamond when you pickaxe open a regular node. We got the dwarf hammer inside the elite chest today. Still haven't gotten Dragon Skeleton Boots or the Hot Java Ring, and at this stage in the game, I don't think I'm going to be getting it. Another day, another lovely stroll around the farm collecting lovely Legend 2 raw. We're now back in the regular mines. We're farming up iron ores because I need to make an unmerciful amount of bombs. And the reason why I'm making bombs is because I need to get tons of Omni Geodes. I picked up the Golden Spur. This was a good one. Upon it getting a critical hit, I get a speed boost for 8 seconds. It goes up to 10 seconds, so that would be a perfect roll. When it comes to a lot of the artifacts or trinkets in Stardew Valley, you don't always get trinkets with the best stats. Sometimes you have to find the same trinket a few times to get stats that match your playstyle. For example, the Ice Rod, you know? The best Golden Spur you can get, of course, is the Golden Spur that gives you speed boost for 10 seconds. But 8 seconds is still good, it's plenty of time. Robin is now going to upgrade our house. I want to make it bigger because I need to get married quite soon. And I need to get that star drop from marriage. Today is all about Omni Geodes. What we can do then is we can go to the Desert Trader. We can trade them in for artifact tropes. Look at all the money we got today from Mage Row. We made over 300,000 gold. And that's just a few days work. We didn't get Extended Family today. Now look, we got it twice in a row, so we can't get greedy. We had Skull Cavern Invasion and Keys Hungry Challenge. You know what? I took the Skull Cavern Invasion because I'm going to be going down there anyway in the hopes to get more Omni Geodes. If it's a little bit harder, it just means more entertainment for me. So it's the Winter Ice event now. We have the Advanced Iridium Rod, Preserving, Deluxe Blade, and 2 Dressed Spinners. That is going to dramatically increase the bite rate. We decimated the tournament, won all the goodies. It was a good day. Back on the farm, we're collecting more raw. And the reason why I keep showing this is because I want to get the point across that if you have multiple fishing ponds on your farm with Legend 2s and Portal Animal Crackers, chances are you're going to get raw almost every single day. And sometimes you can get huge amounts of raw, like you can get 8 pieces or upwards. You can get stupid amounts. You age all that lovely raw, and you have artisan. I mean, you don't need anything else, you know? Just wake up, check the ponds, sleep, rinse and repeat, and before you know it, you could buy perfection if you wanted to. It was a good day in the Skull Caverns. We made it down to floor 100, got the key gems, got some cherry bombs there too as a prize. We won't say no. We collected all of our edged raw. Now more raw is going back in the preserve jars. We're now going to go back to Robin. We're going to upgrade the house yet again. You need at least 1 or 2 house upgrades to get married, you see. We're now going to take Mining Mastery. The perks are real good for that. And we pick up Fragments of the Past
I'm hungry
as well. Upon completing that quest, we'll get the Bone Mill. That might come in handy if we decide to do a bit more farming later on. The Bone Mill will give us access to 3 fertilizers. It'll give us access to speed grows, quality fertilizers, things like that. We just completed the Monster Eradication goal for bats. Shortly after, we will then complete the Monster Eradication goal for the Skellies. But first, let's donate these bone fragments. And that's another quest completed for Gunther. We also got a nice scapula there as well that we'll give to Gunther. 1 step closer to completing the museum. We're going to go back down to the Statue of Uncertainty yet again. This statue is doing very well in this playthrough, you know. A few more respecs and the statue can probably retire. So we're going to get Gather yet again and Botanist. Reason being, I don't need the Lumberjack anymore. I just want to pick up Iridium quality goods now, especially if you're picking up magma caps or, you know, if you're picking up things like cactus fruits. The healing on those is way better with Botanist. We got the Bone Mill recipe from Gunther. Back down into the regular versions of the mines, we're now wiping out those skeletons. That's another Monster Eradication goal done. There's a few more Monster Eradication goals we have to do in the regular versions of the mines. The big one being the Void Spirits, the Shadow Brutes. the Shadow Shamans, and we just completed that goal right there, which was really nice. So we're going to do some more fishing tonight. I want to pick up a few squids to put them into the bait maker to get squid bait, so we can hit the Squid Fest on a high. Now I actually do some experimentation here. I'm using 2 cork bobbers now, along with a dish of the sea. And if you get a perfect catch with challenge bait, you get 3 fish. Now because we're not using squid bait, we're not getting a whole lot of attempts off the squid. But if we do get a perfect catch on a squid, we're putting up 3 instead of 1. So I just wanted to see what was faster, using the squid bait for the whole day or using the challenge bait for the whole day. Now obviously with the challenge bait, you're making way more money than you would be with the squid bait. The big prize of today is the art of crabbing. It gives a 25% chance for crab pots to give you double the loot. It's a huge buff to crab pots in all fairness. If we spec'd into crab pots and made it so every single crab pot just gave a fishing item, you could do very well. We were now wiping out dust sprites, and we needed to kill a lot of dust sprites to complete the monster eradication goal, so we do actually spend quite a number of days inside the regular mines getting that done. Our house is now much bigger, it's looking good. We now have to find someone who will move into our lovely Riverlands farm, and hopefully they will like fish, because could you imagine the smell of this farm? I mean, I know you'd probably get used to it after a few days, but could you imagine someone walking into this farm and they're not a fan of fish and they had to stay here for the day? They'd probably run out of the place. So we're moving all of our preserve jars from outside to inside our house. Reason being, it makes more space for more fish ponds outside. I'm really hoping for one more extended family quest. Please, just give me one more and I'll be happy. It just means I can fill up the whole farm with legendary fish ponds. It would be so nice to see it. So we're now doing another day at the Squid Fest. This is the final day, and the reason why I'm doing it again today is because of the rewards that you get. I only handed in 9 squids in the previous day. I forgot that you got a prize when you handed in the 10th squid. I didn't make the same mistake today. I got some real cool stuff today. Trap bobber, winter seeds, dish of the sea, a treasure chest, triple shot espressos, but the best prize there, believe it or not, is that lovely squid hat. And that is what we are going to be wearing for the rest of this challenge. We're now back in the regular versions of the mines. We're wiping out dust sprites. Harvey is going to be the NPC that we get to marry in this challenge. It was his birthday, and it's going to be a birthday to remember because Harvey's getting coffee, he's getting Star Drop teas, and we're now going to go to Pierre and we're going to buy a bouquet. And I know we just met him today. We've literally just met this man today. We've never spoken to him before, but you know what they say, love at first sight, right? Or maybe it's just something in those Star Drop teas, I don't know. But all I need now is a mermaid pendant, and we can marry Harvey. And that's the power of Star Drop teas, people. That's how fast you can marry someone, especially when a birthday comes along. So because we have a lot of the monster eradication goals done, we got a lot of really nice rings. The Savage ring, the Slime Charmer ring, really nice rings indeed. If we kill 500 dust sprites, we get the Burglar ring. And that's what we're doing right now. We're wiping out more dust sprites. Let's take a look at the key quests. Are we going to get extended family? We're not. We have a choice of keys, kindness, and let's play a game. Now look, I wasn't in the mood to run around the valley and start giving people gifts. Focusing on Harvey was bad enough, but I'll go with Junimuk art instead. It was a nice cutscene with Harvey. I like the character development in this game. I don't show it enough, but most of the characters have really good stories. Really good development stories as well. And I know this is off topic, but I just want to give a shout out to the Vinland Saga. I watched it last week. It was the best thing I have watched in such a long time. Trust me, people. Watch Vinland. It's amazing. Anyway, back to the challenge. So we're doing the night market. Picked up some paintings there, and we did the mermaid event. We're going to get a free pearl from this, which is nice. Once we pick up the pearl, we're going to leave. We don't need to go into the submarine because we already have all of the fish captured. We're going to go back to the house, and we are going to turn Moreau into lovely aged roe. The next day, it's back down into the regular versions of the mines, and we just completed the monster eradication goal there for the dust sprites. So in terms of completion, we're doing really well. We're going to get the foraging mastery, and that is max level mastery on day 100. Now I know what you're thinking. We played you 100 days, or we finished the challenge. We are not. We're going to play out the rest of the year. We're going to go back to the night market. We're going to get another painting, a portrait of a mermaid. Once we're finished with this, we're going to head on home, go to sleep, activate a rain totem. This means that we're going to get rain tomorrow. We can get the mermaid penny.
Incoming ad break.
We're going to get this